friends, and welcome back to my craft room. Today I'm going to be doing an Americana door decor. I want to get started with the bow, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do 6-inch loops on each side just to get the bow started. One 6-inch loop on one side, one 6-inch loop on the other side. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to taper this loop down just a little bit. It's probably more like a 1/2 inch instead of a full inch, but it's like a 5.5 inch loop on each side. I'm going to trim that off with some scissors and get that bolt of ribbon out of my way and get ready for the second piece of ribbon that I have. I only had a little bit of this red, white, and blue left, so I'm just going to use it up, but I only had enough to do one loop on each side. So I start off with my tail. Now I'm making my loop, and this is like a 4-inch loop, and I do that on either side. Now when you're working with a pattern ribbon, you know it kind of gets like alternated on you, so you just twist the one side to make it match up with the other loop. Next I'm going to go in with my zip tie, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the zip tie off right by those dowels there. I just want to get it started. I'm not going to crank it all the way down, but I'm going to use the zip tie to remove this from the Easy Bow Maker. Get that bow maker out of the way. I'm going to bring the zip tie to the back, and before I crank it all the way down, I'm going to add a pipe cleaner. This way I have a way of attaching it to my project. Now that I have that cranked all the way down, I'm going to trim that off. What I'm doing here is called breaking the bow or fluffing the bow. I'm just kind of making them come alive. I'm just touching every loop and every tail and get them the way I want them. I'm also going to trim the tails. The 1.5 inch ribbon I'm going to cut at a slant, and the larger ribbon I am going to dovetail. So you just fold the ribbon on itself and cut at an angle. That's all there is to it. And this is what I have so far. I was kind of playing around with some bandanas that I had, and I settled on the red one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tags off, and I'm going to find kind of like the middle part of that bandana, and I'm going to layer the florals on top of it. The next thing I'm going to do is put the zip tie around the bandana and the florals, and I'm not going to crank it all the way down because I do want to take the pipe cleaners that I added to that bow and feed it through the zip tie. The stems were poking out a little too much for me, so I'm just going to trim those down. Next, I want to fluff out my florals just a little bit, not too much. I did pick these up from the Dollar General. So, I mean, they're not the highest quality florals, but they're perfect for this project. Now I'm going to flip it over, and what I want to do is I kind of want to make a hanger with my pipe cleaner. So I'm going to twist tie it onto the bandana and the florals, and then I'm going to loop the pipe cleaner on itself and just twist it in on itself. I want a way to hang this on my door. All right, so now that that's done, I've smashed my bow. So now I'm going to go mess with it again, because that's what I do. I can't leave well enough alone. I didn't like that you could see the zip tie, so I decided to get these little vase filler, I don't know, a bunch of stars that I have, and I'm going to glue it in the middle of that bow. This is also when I realized I didn't have my glue gun plugged in or turned on. So I'll be back. I do like to kind of manipulate my tails and kind of make them look like they're, you know, kind of like wavy, like they're kind of like in the wind. So I just kind of run my fingers through it and make like a little indentation. And then I'm going to glue that star on the middle of that bow. Here I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the back of that star, and then I'm going to place it down in the middle of that bow and hold it there for a few seconds till I know it is good and adhered. And this is what I have. I'm going to hang it on the door and see how it looks. If you made it this far, let me know how I did. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Like and follow for more. Bye.